We are currently in beautiful Tremblant, Quebec. We helped collaborate on this beautiful chalet for our clients and helped bring their complete vision to life. The architects that were currently on the project created the most beautiful exterior for the environment that the clients wanted this to be in. The clients took over 2 properties because they didn't want any neighbors, and they really wanted to be submerged in the trees and really feel like they were in nature when they were up here. The interior has a very calming and neutral palette, but the clients were very particular because they wanted us to bring in this kind of punch of color. The husband does a lot of traveling in really cool, unique hotels, so he wanted to be able to bring in a lot of those like unique designer pieces, architectural pieces, color tones that he experienced in these spaces and had that impact when you came in here. The overall color palette and architectural elements are all beautiful and natural, but the impact is within the furniture pieces and the decor. When walking into the entryway, we wanted this to be a glimpse into what was around the corner. So bringing in that color palette with the natural blues, greens, and just the tones of nature in this beautiful art piece that we have right when you walk in. So when coming in, we designed this beautiful long bench where you could sit down, take your shoes off, hang your coat, but the impact was in the art. We wanted this feeling of, coming into nature, but being like, something that had that juxtaposition feeling where it was unique, different, and it was kind of guiding you to see what was around that corner into the living space. The millwork along the right side is a beautiful black stained oak with light oak handles. That also picks up on the beautiful slat wall along the back wall, which also has a really cool hidden door that brings you into a very dark, moody powder room. The beautiful millwork then curves around and really draws you into the open concept space. Now the entryway has more of a standard height ceiling where when you go into the open area, you have these beautiful high ceilings and it's all windows and it really makes you feel like you're part of nature. The color palette though, still staying with the neutral tones, but we really wanted to have that pop of color again with all the furniture and decor that we brought into the space. Now, the decor concept for the space was to really bring in that color palette that the clients really wanted to see from these really cool, unique hotels. So starting in the living space, we pulled in a lot of natural tones, but also tones that are a little bit different and that you don't naturally see. So, with the rug, we have a lot of pinky purple tones. This is a beautiful custom piece that has a lot of curvature to it and not a lot of straight edges. And then we played with the different kinds of furniture we wanted to see. So 2 beautiful navy chairs that anchor the space. And then we designed this camel tone sofa along the back wall in a nice leather. And then just to kind of play with the curves again, we introduced this beautiful boucle sofa in a cream tone that really complemented the rug and really made your eye kind of move around the space nicely. The chalet has a lot of beautiful textures and wood tones, but the micro cement fireplace has a beautiful impact in this open concept area. It also mirrors onto the outside of the space and creates a whole other outdoor living space with a beautiful outdoor fireplace. The kitchen millwork and countertops are really moody and have that beautiful black stained oak tone that we see in the entryway. This added a lot of impact, especially with the natural tone that was used throughout. One of the features that we love that the architect incorporated into the kitchen was this really unique peekaboo door that brought you into a back pantry area. There's sliding doors behind the stove that also act as a bar where you could pass somebody a coffee or really just hide unwanted appliances back there that you don't want seen on your countertop. With the kitchen being dark, we wanted to offset that in the dining room. So we wanted this to be a little bit more of a natural feel. We had the dining table custom made by a local artisan, and we absolutely love the base of it. The curvature just really fits with all the other pieces that we selected. The dining chairs also have a beautiful curvature to them, this kind of Scandinavian feel with a darker fabric that also complements the kitchen. Now, the impact was on the end dining chairs. Now, these are beautiful designer pieces that also complement a lot of the other pieces that we did throughout, but also in the main living space right next to it. The screened-in sunroom also allows the clients to extend their outdoor living space. So it gives them the feeling of being outside, but not having to actually be outside. Now, this area, when we came into it, was a beautiful blank canvas. We worked with a local sustainable company and sourced beautiful pieces where we could create both a living space and a dining space so that they could entertain family, friends, they could have dinner there, but also just hang out in the living space. It's very loungy and cool, so they could read a book or just hang out with family. Even though the space is a sunroom, we picked pieces that could also be transitioned outside. Because they have a beautiful outdoor space out here in nature, we wanted pieces that were not just sustainable, but also very durable. So they can bring them out, hang out outside in front of the fire, but this also transitions nicely into the area behind me where there's an outdoor shower, a gym, and also their primary bedroom where they could come out at night, hang out here, or just utilize this as another living space. We also love the area behind the fireplace and living space out here. It's a gated area, but it's mostly glass, so it doesn't obstruct the view. We love the pool that was selected because it's a swim spa, so it can be a pool, but also transition into a hot tub in the winter. As I mentioned, the primary bedroom behind me has a beautiful walkout. We really wanted this room to showcase the natural elements that we see throughout. So we didn't want to add a lot of color or impact in the space. We really wanted to be nice and subdued. The bed is very low profile and minimal, so it doesn't obstruct the views outside. We added a lot of natural linen tones on the bed and then some textured pillows as well. The lamps are very small and petite, but also just cascade this really beautiful light as well. The print above is a print of Tremblant, black and white, so once again, nothing that has a lot of impact, but very subdued. The millwork across from it is in a really nice white that is mimicked throughout the chalet as well. We also love the feel of the ensuite coming off of the primary bedroom. There is this beautiful kind of frosted piece of glass that allows you to kind of see into the shower space, but not completely. It also gives you an idea to see what's behind there without actually knowing. So once you transition into this space, a lot of the natural materials that were pre-selected in the design phase of this build were carried into the vanity, the tiles, and some other small elements in the space. Now, going up to the second level, we wanted there to be a really awesome impact when you came up. So we picked 4 big black and white prints. The artwork speaks to a lot of the activities that you can find in the area as well. In the same area is this adorable reading nook that the architects built so that you can sit there, cozy up, read a book. You're able to look down into the family space, but also look out and enjoy nature and the scenery around you. The custom millwork has a real library feel to it. We chose many different unique books, but it's also an opportunity where the clients can showcase trinkets or things that they might pick up along their travels. Across from the library, we wanted to add a fun piece from a local artist that really pulled in a lot of the color tones that we see throughout. It also creates a nice transition before we go into the guest bedroom or the office space. For the office space, we wanted this to be a transitional space where you could work, the kids could do crafts, but it also doubled as a guest bedroom. So we got a locally made sofa that pulls out into a bed, but it also has ottomans that work as a coffee table. You could put your feet up, relax. The color tone, we really wanted to have some fun with here, so we pulled in a lot of those tones that we used throughout just to create this really kind of multifunctional, fun space. There's also 2 unique views in this space, one that looks out into nature and the other one that allows you to look down into the family space, but also admire a beautiful feature that the architect did, where each of the rooms upstairs have their own window so you don't feel dark and enclosed, but then it allowed them to create these beautiful vaulted high ceilings. In the guest bedroom across the hall, we designed the bed and the headboard with these beautiful slats that just create this really unique detail along the back wall. We stuck with a very neutral color palette because the beauty of this space is really the picturesque window that you have looking out into the nature. When going down the hallway, the architect incorporated a really fun kids' bathroom. The flooring has a terrazzo feel to it, so we decided to incorporate a long shelf that could house small things like soap, moisturizer, things that the space couldn't really house itself because it was very small and narrow. We also added a beautiful mirror and then a fun and playful piece of art. We really wanted this space to transition nicely into the kids' bunk area. The kids' bunk bed area is really fun and unique, and we wanted to bring in some materials that were not just sustainable and eco-friendly, but also were very neutral, but had a little bit of fun to them. The main focus in this space was the corner of the room where we wanted a spot for the kids to hang out. We added 2 beanbag chairs, and then also a spot to house all their books so they could sit there, hang out, and read, and for this just to be a really cool and fun space for them. We absolutely loved working on this project and loved the team that was behind it. The architect had an amazing vision for the overall look and feel that he was going to accomplish, but even down to the feel of the property was thought out even before the structure was made. The clients wanted a space that really felt like they were in the middle of nature, and the architect was really able to accomplish that for them. With such a natural and beautiful environment that was created inside, the architect created a beautiful foundation that allowed us to come in and put all the finishing touches on the interior.